My name is Sharon O'Neil. I entered the Retiro in 1977. Prior to that, a year prior to that, I was making my final profession, and I had the privilege and gift of 30 days in the Retiro to prepare for the final profession, and it was beautiful experience. I benefited from the being given a directed retreat and the quiet. I'd come from a hospital ministry, and it was busy and all. But when I went back to my where I lived, the convent, about July, I was just so enamored with the Retiro. It was like, that's where I belong. It was like, you know, and you've had those experiences, I'm sure. You know, and I talked it over with the spiritual director, and she suggested, waiting maybe a year after I had my final profession, which I did. And in the meantime, she sent me questions and all those kind of things, and so that next year I did enter, and I was there until 1984, and when I went back out into the active ministry, and I've been in active ministry for probably 25, 30 years, and I recently re-entered the Retiro in 2014, and I just want to say that I'm grateful to have had the experience of being in the old location of the Retiro, with the beautiful garden, the enclosed garden. I used to spend a lot of time out there, just in the quiet and the beauty. And in the 70s, early 80s, when I was there, it was a time of change. I guess it's always a time of change, but we were doing altar breads at the time for a source of income, and finally, after being called upon for spiritual direction, retreats, and all those kind of things, we just couldn't do everything. So we requested that we cease doing the altar bread so we could give our energies to the spiritual direction and retreats that people were hungry for, and we were allowed to do that. And it was a time of was after Vatican II, of course, and we were learning to do different things that the whole congregation was learning to do to help us live better as community members and all. Also, I wanted to say, we were 8 or 9 there, I forget the exact number, but one of the members was Sister Monica McCrae, who was one of the originals, and that was a privilege to live with her. And just the whole house, kind of, you just sense the spirit of all those who had gone before. And now I'm in a different location in the Mother House, and it's just fine. We have a nice community, and we have still have people come for retreats or spiritual direction. And I was thinking of one of the questions that we were pondering was how the Retiro affects or helps the community, the church, the world. I find more now than previously, a lot of lay people come to talk or have a retreat or come to the switchboard, and they call over and ask if somebody could see this person. And so there's a lot of that, which is wonderful because we can reach out, to the community and different people of different denomination and all. But all that hunger for a relationship with God is there.